Hello and welcome back to the video. My name is Brian and I'm going to talk to you today about my Magnaflow exhaust that I put on my car. It's the 15310 Magnaflow, their street line exhaust. It's designed to be a quiet system, not for the people that are going to want loud exhaust. This is not going to be an exhaust that those people are going to want. I'm almost 50, and that's why I'm an adult. Even though I have a beard, I'm a little scruffy. I consider myself on the professional side with my business and my work and my things that I do. So when I was younger, I would preferably like louder exhaust, but now that I'm older, I like my car more quiet. I don't take a ton of trips in this car, but when I do, or when I drive, I like to be able to hear myself think and talk on the phone, or I don't like an overly obnoxious exhaust system. So I love for when I'm just really cruising really easy and casual, and I'm not in a hurry, and I'm just in an easygoing mood, and I'm just driving the car, and it's super quiet. I really enjoy that. So when I was looking for an exhaust, I did not want to go loud, but my two reasons, the stock exhaust was really, really restrictive and choking the car, and I think that had a lot to do with maybe some of the problems with my tune. The car ECU was, I don't know, just having a hard time dealing with turning out so much horsepower and torque, but not able to get it out. So I don't know, that could just be me and my misassumption, but the car is so happy now. The car, that's just the best way I could say it, is the car seems to be so much happier, but I'll get into that in more detail. So quiet, no drone. Car drives really, really well. It's more of a low-pitched performance sound that it has now. So, you can hear the exhaust as you're going up in the RPMs and you're going faster, but it's not much louder than the stock car in a sense. There's definitely more flow. I just love it. It's perfect for me. It's someone that, like I said, that's going to want a louder exhaust, and I don't want to offend people, so I'm just going to stay on this side of the fence of that. The car just does really, really well with this exhaust. It was easy to install. It fit really, really well. It's not hanging down really far. Some exhausts I've seen hang down really far in the back. It sounds great. I'm happy with it. And as far as performance, I'm going to go into some details about the performance. It definitely gained some performance. I'm going to go over some of those numbers, probably not outside because there's just so much traffic still, even at 10:30 at night on shut down, less traveling time. But let me think what else I could say. The exhaust the clips that I played pretty much represent it pretty well. At idle, it's just marginally maybe a little more sound. It's definitely a little bit more low rumble. It's nothing obnoxious, and I live in a neighborhood where there's just lots of crazy exhausts, and as you get to be an adult, it's just all that becomes noise pollution, and it really wears me out sometimes. And when I'm in my house and my house starts rattling because there's a couple of exhaust shops, probably 3 miles as the crow flies, and they put on some loud exhaust, some straight pipes, coarse exhaust. I think those are loud exhausts, and they come through here at 90 on a 35 mile an hour road, and it's just crazy loud. And so I've just become very opinionated. So I don't want a loud exhaust, and this fits the bill 100%. but it does have some more performance sound to it. I don't know how to explain that. If you're just someone that, like me, you'll maybe identify with me, however, that's going to be, then this probably is the exhaust if you want to, for you, but if you're one of these people that on YouTube or Facebook and other forums that just is like, I gotta have it loud and raspy and louder the better and blow off out and blow off sounds and you get all your enjoyment out of the sound aspect of it. I'm a performance sound guy, but performance sound doesn't always mean loud. The exhausts are really good. I like the way they look. I like the stainless steel double walled outlets right here. Let me see what else I can say. The car drives fantastic. I think it drives better. I just put these on. I can immediately tell a difference somehow, some way, somewhere. The car just drives better, and then also too the subframe bushing collars. Subframe bushing collars that I got. I think that really has a lot to do with it too, because I'll get in that little sporty mood, or or a little, when you get in a mood and you just jump in the car and you're just driving on a whole different level. The car just handles it, just feels so much tighter and precise, and this exhaust somehow exaggerates that. It just adds to it. The car, I know it doesn't have to do with that, but it feels like the exhaust made the car ride better and drive better. So it definitely gained some performance. So I don't ramble on. Let me see what else I need to discuss. That's probably it. Sound, performance. I'm going to show some things here that I'll get into that more detail. Looks good. I'm happy with the way the exhaust was set up. Underneath the car, I don't really care what the exhaust looks like, because the underside of my car, it's only got 5,000 miles on it, and I'm very particular, so it kind of looks like hammered shit underneath there, unless you spray under there and clean your car regularly. It just rains here randomly, and there's dust and rocks, and it just, the bottom side of the cars get trashed. I guess if you live in California, you never get rain. That's a different story, but I don't care really, what the exhaust looks like under there. And you're not going to see the polished portions, the resonators and the exhaust pipe, because of the rears, how the rear's set up with the body work. So, I don't think that's an issue, and it's got a lifetime warranty. So if you bust your clamps or bust a seal or a weld breaks or something, you break a hanger off of it, which if you're breaking hangers off it, you're doing something wrong. You shouldn't be driving your car like that. So everything's good. So I'm going to leave it, and we'll get into the next stuff, and I'll just have to voice that over in my house on the computer. All right, now we're going to talk about the performance of the stock exhaust versus the Magnaflow exhaust. Okay, to start off, the stock exhaust, let me jump back. I don't have a Draghi application or the Draghi app, a device to measure performance right now, but I will hopefully get one, but the time is just not right for the moment. So I use the Ecutech ECU Connect app on my phone, and there it has a performance analyzer. So I just thought I'd use that and see what the results would be. So I ran 5 runs a couple days ago, and it was a little warmer outside, but that may affect the results a little bit, but it was in the low 80s, and today was in the kind of the mid 60s. So there was a temperature difference, but I think the power delivery was drastically different. So here in this stock exhaust sport shift traction control off, in this first segment that I'm doing, I had the traction control off, and I had the car in sport shift mode, and the concrete is good concrete. I think it's the more beneficial concrete for trying to get traction, and so I just came to a stop, put the car up, put the brake on, and brake boosted up to probably about 1400, 1300, or maybe just a little over 1,000. So let's just call it 1,200 RPM, and I just nailed the throttle from 0 to 60, and I did that 5 times, pretty much back to back. A few minutes between each run, but just a few minutes. And so, with that process, with the stock exhaust on there and the AMS air intakes, that's the only modifications to the car. The car would hold that to an extent. It's chirped the tires a little bit, but it was a full race to 0 to 60. So these were the times that I achieved through this performance analyzer on the app, which is probably it monitors time, and I would think it's somewhat accurate. It's probably not the most accurate, usually measuring like maybe RPM and whatever the app does to estimate the 0 to 30 and 0 to 60. But here you can see the time. So stop this portion of the video, look at these times, and the next portion of the video, I'm going to talk about the results from the Magnaflow exhaust. But here the car did fairly well. Like I said, the wheels would just get a little bit of chirp and a little bit of spin, but I just mashed it 100%, kind of rolled into the throttle, but it was achievable. So there you go. Now, the experience with the Magnaflow exhaust on the car, it was a totally different story, which I pretty much thought was going to likely happen because of the increased horsepower. I don't know the exact number, but throttle response and the X pipe with the low end increase in horsepower, the car really struggled to get traction. The first time, I got to the same spot and I came to a stop, and again, brake boosted just, to about 1,200 RPM, and I just nailed it. It just lit the tires up. I mean, first gear was pretty much useless. And then I tried that a couple more times, because once I heated the tires up from the first and the second run, I was like, man, it's got to start gaining some traction. So I think I went, maybe up to like 4 times with no traction control. It was in sport mode. And man, I just, tried to hit it hard off the line, because when you're not on the gas hard, from 0, I mean, it really hurts your time. So, yeah, it was bad. It just completely lit the tires up, spun them like the car was tuned again. So I went back to the drawing board in my mind. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to put on traction control, and so I did. I put traction control on, left it in sport mode, and it was both of these runs were in automatic. I just let the car shift, and it still spun the tires, not as bad, and I got faster times than when the car was with the stock exhaust. There's a lot more power going on, and I'm sure the intakes too will benefit the stock exhaust. I mean the aftermarket Magnaflow exhaust. So they'll probably work together, better because there's more flow coming in and more flow going out, so it's not restricted. But phenomenal difference with the exhaust, just the exhaust attached with the stock tune still. So I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm going to tell you, I think with this car has some tires mounted to it. I've got 245 front and rear tires, and kind of it's a summer tire, but it's not a super soft tire. So when I get like 275 tires, width tires, and I get a softer compound tire, and I can literally just keep the throttle pushed to the floor from 0 to 60, I have high suspicion that this car will get down in low fours, mid fours, just for adding a tire, because the exhaust is, I'm really impressed with it. You know, if you like a quiet exhaust and you want to see some more benefit and power, and I would say you definitely may want to consider this exhaust. This wraps this portion of this video up. I hope you enjoyed it. I know this isn't technically, superior information, with a draggy or at a drag strip, but and there was a slight difference in some of the temperature, but I can just tell you, I mean, the throttle response and the low end torque and horsepower gain. I don't know, which one precisely, it's more likely torque, but it increased a lot just with the extra added flow of the exhaust. So yeah, I would say, man, I'm pretty happy with it. Otherwise, than just getting a tune, man, I just think, a portion of me, is tune sacrificing, with people's turbo problems and warranty issues, I mean, you do get a big jump, in 110, 120 horsepower from the tune, it's just huge. Peace of mind, though, is worth a lot. And so I got a pretty big gain from this exhaust. I'd be pretty happy with it if I bolted this onto my car and I just was nowhere in the right realm of getting a tune with the AMS intakes, because I think those are a nice benefit. Getting a little bit more air in, especially at the higher RPMs. But I'm thoroughly satisfied with this exhaust and thoroughly impressed by the sound, or the lack of increased sound per the gain that I'm seeing. I mean, it sounds really good. I'm really happy with the sound of the exhaust, but again, I didn't want a big increase. So I'm really impressed by this Magnaflow exhaust. So if you like this content and you're searching for something in an exhaust like what I've talked about, man, give this exhaust a try. I think I went through this place called hotexhaust.com, and they got it to me within 3 or 4 days and in box, and it was a big box and it's packaged well and protected. And they had a 20% off coupon, and it was $1,500 and some change, and with the coupon it dropped it down to like $1,200, free shipping, no tax. So I'm really happy with the purchase, even though I had to spend $1,200. I like it. I'm planning to keep it on the car a long time, until I sell it or something, but then I may take it off and sell it to someone else. But yeah, so hope you liked the video, found it informative. Give me a like and subscribe, and keep checking back for future videos. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night.